Brexit tensions between the EU and UK have sparked fears of a trade war, but economics professor Jonathan Portes told express.co.uk that this could see Brussels hit Britain with measures that would be very damaging to businesses. International Trade Secretary Anne-Marie Trevelyan said last week that the UK will not trigger Article 16 and suspend parts of the Brexit trade deal before Christmas. Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his government has been threatening to trigger Article 16 and effectively suspend the agreement if the EU does not make changes surrounding the Northern Ireland Protocol. Brexit Minister Lord David Frost had previously said things would be settled by Christmas, one way or another, effectively setting a deadline. Ms. Trevelyan said, "I don't think anyone's calling Article 16 before Christmas, absolutely not. The UK wants the EU to change the agreement to remove barriers to trade between Northern Ireland and Great Britain." The Northern Ireland Protocol was drawn up by Lord Frost and the EU 2 years ago to ensure the border on the island of Ireland remains open. While the government continues to say it could trigger Article 16, Jonathan Portes of King's College London has warned that the EU could use retaliatory measures to damage UK businesses. He told express.co.uk, "What the EU can do to retaliate isn't completely clear, but it can suspend the current equivalence decision on data access, which allows companies to transfer data from the EU to the UK, and that would be pretty damaging to some UK businesses." It could enforce customs procedures more strictly. Within the law there is a degree of discretion on how strict you can be in terms of applying every formality, so they could ramp that up and make life more difficult for British exporters. The legality of this is unclear, but the EU could also impose targeted tariffs on car parts, which would also be quite damaging. He added, "What we have seen over the past few days is the UK government realising the very unpleasant consequences if it overplays its hands and triggers Article 16. Once you start a war, it is difficult to stop it, because neither side wants to be seen to lose, which would be very damaging." Professor Portes also explained why a trade war could be worse for the UK than for the EU, even if damage would be done to both sides. The expert, who is a senior fellow at a think tank called UK in a Changing Europe, argued that the EU has more clout and meaning any trade disruption would hit the UK hardest. He continued, "Common sense says here that the EU is much bigger than we, they have most of the clout here, and we knows that some of the claims that the German car industry would force the EU to concessions during Brexit negotiations ended up being nonsense." Trade wars are bad for both sides. The EU will suffer economic damage as well as the UK. But the damage will be considerably greater for the UK because we are smaller and weaker. As Christmas approaches, many will be hoping post-Brexit tension does not lead to chaos in December. But people sending gifts into Europe from the UK have been warned that post-Brexit red tape could cause issues. A warning has also been sounded that some of those who have sent gifts to the EU this year have encountered problems ranging from delays and unexpected charges to items going missing. This will be the first time most people have encountered rules that came in this year relating to VAT and customs charges applying to items being posted to the EU. The consumer organization which told The Observer that its research indicates the vast majority of people know little or nothing about the new rules. They said, the changes brought about by Brexit have created a greater burden of customs paperwork for consumers and couriers alike. You now have to attach customs declaration forms to anything you send, very clearly describing what it is and where it has originated from.